from the All Indiana Podcast Network. It's Diversity Focus Today. Now, here's your host, Ricky Solid Gold Clark.
And welcome again to another edition of Diversity Focus Today. I am your host, Ricky Solid Gold Clark, along with our co-host today, Dr. T, a.k.a. Tammy Harris. Attorney Mike Murray is on assignment, along with Brian Wallace. Our other two team members are out and about today. So we've got an interesting program planned for you guys today. But before we do that, Tammy, our social media is?
DiversityFocusToday.com. That's on Facebook.
Okay.
And then Diversity Focus Today with Ricky Clark is our YouTube channel. So you can find us both there. It just got put up yesterday, so I'm kind of
getting it done.
Get used to it. I'm like, it's one or the other, because I tried to look up without your name and with your name, it's different.
Okay.
So Diversity Focus Today with Ricky Clark is our
Ricky
tag.
Clark.
Clark. We're going to edit that right? With our YouTube, and then Diversity Focus Today is our Facebook page. So.
Okay. And then, of course...
And Wish TV, you can go to All Indiana Podcasts as well.
Or your favorite podcasting service, as our director has shared with us. So, okay. Well, our guest today is... What are we talking about? We're talking about creative arts, aren't we today?
Creative arts, right. And feeding off the last episode of how creative arts offered ways of expression and support for people to, like, express themselves, be relaxed, entertained, other than just violence and so forth. So Mr. Bruce Ford here is a spoken word artist within the city of Indianapolis. They have a lot of new events coming up in Maple Leaf Café in Indianapolis.
Yes, the Maple Leaf Café.
Yes. And so we'll start off just telling us a little bit more about yourself and probably share some of your spoken word. And go from there.
Let us know where the Maple Leaf Café is located.
Oh, yes. The Maple Leaf Café is located off 34th in Pennsylvania. The address is 111 East 34th Street. A little bit about me. I'm event manager there. I'm the creative director there, so that entails with booking people to come and use the venue for different functions, and also making up signature events, which we're planning to really push in the community and through Maple and Fall Creek area. I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, graduate of George Washington High School, attended Indiana State University, a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And the arts side, done The Wiz and done Dream Girls and Color Purple with Katie Did Productions. Shout out to Duchess Duvall and Kyla Adams there, and Miss Trina Dingles there, and went on tour with them, and just completed my one-man show, The Audacity to Believe I'm Free, at Newfields in January. And I'm currently have the show with the Gregory Hancock Dance Theater at the Tarkington, June 6th and June 7th.
That's up in
Carmel.
Carmel? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You're pretty busy.
Oh, just a little busy.
I feel like I need to get some autographs over here. Like, I'm a superstar here.
No, we all people doing our thing. Just walking in our purpose.
Well, what made you get into the arts?
Well, it's so funny. I was just telling your executive secretary out there, Miss Lisa, I said, it was weird. You know, I was 9 years old, going to school 107, and I remember writing a poem, which was a 4-line poem, and just handed it to the teacher. And then weeks came back it came back in a book form, and IPS students had poetry. And I remember seeing my name next to a poem in a book, and I realized that poem would be there forever, longer than I would.
Right.
And so that increased my love for poetry and really just started me on the way to doing things. And I also like to say I do a program called Words in Motion, which I teach character and integrity through poetry. And I've done it in Warren Township at East Ridge Elementary, Renaissance School, Brookview Elementary, and Lakeside, different schools in Warren Township and around the city.
Now explain a little bit what that is then.
It's like this, as a poet, you never know what a poem is till it comes outside of you. Like if 2 lines lead to 4, 4 lead to 8, 8 lead to 16, and then you have a view and a purpose about something that you've seen. Like you have a bottle of water right here. Mm-hmm. If I asked you to write a poem about a bottle of water, you've been drinking out of water your whole life. Right. But if you wrote a poem about it, you look at that water totally different. You might be an instrument to keep a window open or an instrument for art piece. And the way that Words in Motion is designed is we talk about principles because facts change, but principles stay the same.
Okay.
So if I can show a young person the principles and then talk about their environment and then they talk about what they see with this template I have, then they see their whole community different. Because the apple seed doesn't know it's an apple tree until it's cultivated.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So in the program, they come out with their own new
Their own creative
poem
writing. Yeah.
out of the perception or seed that you planted and looking at their environment different.
Yes, ma'am. And there's chapters like Revitalize Your Existence, different things such as that, different things I had to, by force and trial and using my son as the guinea pig, to kind of develop, you know,
Okay.
so it turned out okay. So I appreciate that.
Our kids are guinea pigs.
Oh,
As
yeah.
psychologists would say.
Yeah, yeah.
In
In a
case he's
good way.
listening, you know what I mean?
All the
Yeah.
greats use they say that's a good thing
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, and I never
Um,
thought about it. Like you're right, I've done the same thing, and I'm sure
Yeah.
most,
Yes, sir.
most
Yes,
parents
sir.
have done the same.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
try it out on my son and my daughter
Yeah, let's
first
try
and
it
see
on
what-
there.
see what the reaction
Yeah.
is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So would you mind sharing one of your poems before we hear more about the other events and buckets you have for us?
Here's a poem that I shared. That I'm gonna be sharing with at the Tarkington with Gregory Hancock. It goes. It's called "Lift a Brother." It goes. I takes time to release all the pressure that bogs the mind. Inner peace in this society is hard to find. See, this world here is mute and blind. Ready to tear you up in pieces, people not so kind. But in time I met some genuine Ace Boone Coon type of players. Up against the odds we'll survive, let me tell you. Success is a mindset. And it's free, so you can bet that it's hard to get. Take it from me, I'm prepared to count them G's. Devils try real hard to put locks on me. When they realize ain't no stopping me. Watch me fly, if I die, that's my destiny. Please don't cry, I had to play out my prophecy. Who am I? I'm just an ordinary player who could come from the hood. They said I wouldn't make it, I knew, play that I would. Please let that be known and understood. They say the youth is the future, please hold that speech. But the truth that'll get you, they hard to reach. Quick not to listen, but we fast to speak. Claiming we spitting game, but too tired to teach. Are you listening to your babies? So caught up in your money and Mercedes. Trying to keep up with the Joneses will drive you crazy, brother, please. I'm a man, money never made me. Rolling D's, never rise, never switching keys. Stack my mail, mutual funds, cash CDs. Got to excel, watch me bail on these hypocrites. Mess around with Mr. Ford, who you messing with? Fire me from a job and you try to starve me. Rather have me in Ukraine fighting in your army. I'd rather do packed shows, sold out arenas. All people don't forget Hurricane Katrina. Take time to lift a brother. That's
All
it.
right, then. That's good.
Thank you, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Motivating.
Thank you.
And that come from personal experience, a reflection of this conversation you had?
It's
or-
funny. Everything that I wrote comes from prior knowledge of what I came through. A short story, if I can tell you this. There was a time when I was unemployed and alone and was homeless almost, and my son was staying with my mother at the time. I had custody of him, and I was writing these poems about upliftment.
Yeah.
You know, I was in a house that had exposed wire and heat was it was off, and go to the bathroom, the water in the bathroom was frozen. But I kept writing these pieces. So I had a friend who since passed, his name was Will Rhodes. He was a promoter that I had in the past. And he called me and said the first Black Mare Country Club Hills, Illinois, is paying $700 for a poet to come for half an hour. So I said, man, when we going? You know what I mean?
Wow.
So we went down there, and I seen people with stilettos and tuxes and eating and drinking and food unlimited. And I was like, man, they're not going to feel my poems. My poems about struggle and trying to survive and how I'm going to come out of it, right? Just vision and faith. So I got up there and I did the poems, and it wasn't a dry eye in the house after I got through. So I realized that I was on to something. I realized that people, we all have the same needs. Either we at Wheeler's Mission or we in Carmel somewhere. We love our families. We want security. We want peace. We want good health. We all have the same needs. And to let you know, I've done this same program at Recovery Caf for homeless adults and grown drug addicted folks and elderly at the Creekside Rehab, because it's so ironic. At Creekside Rehab, you know, I'm in a room with 20, 80-year-olds, and I'm thinking to myself, how can I motivate them? But that's when it's good to use principles because they feed back and we interact, right? And you think about it. If I'm in a room with 20 80-year-olds, that's 1,600 years of experience in front of me.
Oh yeah.
So
exactly.
So
Yeah.
whatever I'm throwing at, they talking to me. I use this example of the apple seed when I talk to the youth. As far as if you think about an apple seed, we all like apples, but apple seed needs to be planted in the dark.
Right.
Has insects around it, right? And we'll call the insects haters. So what you need to grow a seed is water and sun, but you need fertilizer.
Right.
And fertilizer is made out of a whole bunch of
Dirt.
so you telling me I got to go through darkness, haters, and a whole bunch of mess to sprout up? And I don't even know if I'm an apple tree yet. I'm just a seed.
Yeah.
So if you ever seen a tree grow, it has bars around it, right?
Yeah.
So those are things to keep together, keep it from the storms of life. So that's your teachers, your guardians. That's who you are. Is that tree is growing. But when that tree gets a certain size, it doesn't have to reach over to an oak tree and say, hey, I need some leaves. Or it doesn't have to reach to an elm tree and say, I need some branches. It has everything inside, and it develops a fruit. And when I say that to the youth, they think about apples, right?
Yeah.
But the elderly think about, I can make apple jam.
Yeah.
I can make apple butter. You know, they think about all the apples they can do. They
Right.
haven't seen apples.
That's experience.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's the
Growth of-
principle.
yes.
So
Yeah.
the principles we throw out there, we get the knowledge out, and then they write their own pieces, and they discover who they are inside. And that's how I had to discover myself too.
So what would be your grounding principles? Is it like a certain list of principles or is it just each in its own based on their stage of development or
Yeah,
experience that they pull from?
You think about a farmer, the principles of like breaking down the land and tilling the land. You just can't, throw seeds out there and expect harvest. You got to break that land, till it, check on it, and different things like that. That's the principle that I think we all use as far as doing the hard work first. And we live in such a microwave society right now that everything is instant. But we all know the best cooked meals come from being on the stove and
Home
simmered
cooked.
and different things. How grandmama cooked it back in the day. Yes, sir.
And that's what I tell my kids. The number one ingredient, especially when they say it's good, love. Because anybody can cook a meal, but that extra flavor comes with the love. I enjoy doing it. So it sounds like the principles would be that of just nurturement and
Yes.
resiliency and follow through and perseverance.
Yeah. And don't be afraid of the lonely nights with tears. Sometimes, the storms come. We love rainbows, but can't stand thunderstorms. So you can't have one without the other. So if we can embrace that and turn it into something positive, and we can make some magic happen and bring the cloud up off of the city right now that we in, the darkness we in.
And I think that's where Maple Leaf
where we
is coming
stand in.
in.
Yeah,
You kind of got a program leading into signature events and all. Could you
yes.
kind of
Yeah.
tell us the background, I guess, of that and how it started and what you have to offer the community?
Well, we want to be a hub for the community because we know that once entertainment is the word art is like artificial representation of life. That's what it's meant. It's like you come in, see a stage show about life and might be about somebody else's life, but it touches you. But we want to be a hub where people can come and have dialogue. We have things called called motivational power circles, where we just come in and I might talk about hope and different things such as that to get the community uplifted. Because, I've been through my trials and tribulations myself, and I'm
Right.
still going through. And just like that dialogue thing where it's call and response. I might throw some things out that I might have little knowledge on, but you have more knowledge on. So now I'm taking that principle on and adding my life. So we're doing things such as that. We'll have a Renaissance movie night where we plan to show old style movies like Uptown Saturday Night and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but talk about what was going on in that time period. And
Okay.
kind of bring people, because you can look at something and enjoy it, but forget what was going on in that time period, which reflects you back to your household, how you grew up, the people that are not here anymore that you miss, that sometimes we forget about our ancestors.
Right.
And certain things such as karaoke game night, where we're going to have checkers and
Old school board
Connect
games.
Four, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Board, yeah.
And we
Okay.
can catch that, and we'll have that into the later evenings, different things such as that, and we'll have something called dinner with greatness, because I think it's important to understand the trials and tribulations of some of our leaders, because each of us have scars on our body, and we can tell you how we hurt it, when we hurt it, and we still do things like we used to, but we don't do it like that anymore. And that's what people need to tell their stories, because Mr. Clark, somebody can hate you from afar. and don't even know. You can be like, I can't stand Ricky Clark. Been on the radio all these years, can't stand. But once you tell your story, it shouldn't take all that, but people tend to turn into, man, Ricky been through all that? Man, if Ricky can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Now, that and 85 cents only get you a bag of chips. but,
Well, not in today's market, but
you know,
that's another.
more. But still,
Right.
it
Yeah.
encourages them and reacts, and you can, develop a comrade instead of an op, so to speak, as they say.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, that's I've been there, done that, and seen that
I know you have.
from different directions, from whether the entertainment, radio, TV industry, and in law enforcement. I still get folks that come up and say, "Man, do you remember me?" Yeah, well, okay. And they'll say, "You came over to my house and such a time," and say it was when I was an officer, and we were having a discussion, or argument. Yeah, it was an argument.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you straighten it out rather than take somebody to jail. You said, "No, look, here's the deal. One of y'all gonna ride with me for a while till you cool down." He said, "Man, I still remember that.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
sir.
That is
Yes, sir.
in my mind. I told my kids about that, or the time that I had an incident where two girls were fighting, over a guy, of course, and I had to break that up. And this was when the girl. This was during I had my sweater on, police sweater, right? And this girl her teeth were so strong, she bit through my sweater.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
And I'm
sir.
trying to shake her arm because I didn't really want to have to hit her.
Yeah,
And it reminded me of a cartoon character that we tried to shake, and she bounced it with my
That's
arm.
right.
Yeah.
Finally got her loose, but she said, and you gave me a tongue lashing. I thought, okay, probably,
lashing, wow.
because you were biting me.
Right.
But she said, no, it was a lecture,
Right.
and I remember that. And even though you did take me to jail, because I did deserve to go to jail for that, because I shouldn't have been fighting the other girl.
No doubt.
So, but I tell my kids about that, and they always say, "Yeah, Mom, well, you told us that story a million times before." And she said, "Yeah, because it changed me,
Right.
and because it changed me, you are where you are today."
Exactly.
Come on, son.
And so I had no idea until she's
Right.
told. I've seen her at different locations, grocery stores and things of that nature.
And she
And
comes
every
right
time
back
she
to it.
always to that.
Wow.
And it's like like she just said, I had no idea that impact was like that.
Was that
You know.
powerful?
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, but I'm glad. But yeah, I just didn't know. And so what you just said about the impact and how people receive what
Yes,
you're
sir.
saying,
Yes, sir.
and you just never know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember you. You don't remember me, but I used to tell you, man, I remember this, and then you'd be like, hey, yeah. I remember seeing you in your police outfit. I remember seeing you, listening to you on the radio. Then you producing music,
Yeah.
and all that. That was inspiring. That's dinner with greatness.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
That's
Dinner with greatness.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about that? We'll have dinner with greatness.
I am definitely privileged to be sitting amongst you two right now.
No doubt. And
So-
you too, yourself. Hats off to you too.
So you have here, I got your agenda. Did you want to kind of specifically say how is this like a
Oh, yeah.
rotation
This
of
kind of
events?
rotation we gonna have,
So can we,
But
this
make
is
sure you
at,
tell the address and location. 'Cause
All right.
We're
So
talking about this, but we don't know.
So it is
people
the-
don't know where we're going.
right, so it's the Arts Center of Meridian Park,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's located at what?
111 East 34th Street.
Okay, and then you say here you have signature events
Yeah.
of the Arts Center of Meridian Park. So it's going to be weekly, monthly, and Wednesday?
Yeah, because Wednesday's going to be the middle of the week. What we plan on having on Wednesdays is, more into the evening, right? We plan
This
on
is starting June 4th.
yes, June 4th.
Okay.
Wine night, where we have latte or wine, different things. We're building the outside patio situation.
Music network, wine
words of
testing.
affirmation on the screens and
Food
music
service.
coming through the Bluetooth. And we'll have 4 different events every Wednesday. It's not going to be the same thing every Wednesday. We'll start it off with wine night, and then
That's June 4th.
and then karaoke game night is June 11th.
Okay.
And then speakeasies on June 18th. And what we call center stage is the last weekend, the last Wednesday of every month is where, me coming from the artist community, there's a lot of people doing some great things and don't know each other.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
You know what I mean? So if we can kind of connect on those days and we got that stage there, you never know. We might get something
Right.
popping and going as far as rhyming and music and different things. So that should be enjoyable. And dialogue increases answers and creativity.
Oh, so Wednesdays will be starting June 4th, the wine night Wednesdays with music, networking, wine tasting, food, etc. And then karaoke game night, which is checkers, Connect Four, spades, Monopoly, spade. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, no, we gonna
It's
have
gonna
that.
be.
We gonna have,
We
and
gonna
we gonna
come
have
real.
Uno
We
too.
gonna okay.
And if you like just I declare war.
Oh,
we
okay.
have that.
All right. We have to have a certain
simple.
section and maybe some security with
Yeah,
spades
you know, just
there.
a
We
little
got to
bit, 'cause
screen them
people get
out.
to tripping when they
Right.
get-
But I think that's great.
If I
though.
play Uno and I change color on you, you got a problem with that. That's a problem.
So that's June 4th.
And I want to shout out to Delectable Cuisine Catering, Chef Andre Austin, who I've been knowing since I was 13 years old. We went to school 75 together. He's a chef that'll do our signature events, and he'll be at
Okay.
these events. You know, if anybody knows Chef Andre Austin, he gets down with the food and makes things happen. So we'll have all that kind of taken care of. So.
And then so Speak Easy is open mic, so that means people can just come in.
Yeah.
Featured artists, painters, singers, poets, dancers, etc.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's June 18th. And you say these events will rotate every
Rotate
Wednesday.
every month. Yeah,
okay,
every month,
and then
same
center
thing.
stage would be Circle of Artists podcast, is what you were just speaking about. Artist Talks, Circle of Art Groups and Collaboration, June
Yes, ma'am.
25th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's Wednesdays. Now what's weekly, monthly, Thursdays?
Now check this out. On Thursdays, that's when we'll have the Renaissance movie night. You know, you
Okay.
can bring the kids
And that
and different
starts
things.
June 5th.
Yeah, June 5th. Well, mostly, June 5th. And, bring your significant others. You enjoy popcorn and candy. But we'll have signature meals in case you need it, you want it, and different things. And I give a view about whatever movie that was playing in that year in 1973. Because, I know Uptown Saturday Night, when you watch that, we laugh at the comedy and different things. But if I be honest, can I say this on the radio? My father was, we had the pea shake, different things was going on. We had the
about
pea
pea
shake.
shake?
And I remember
know about
getting the
the pea
calls. My
shakes.
father get the calls like that, and the numbers was 5, 2,
Yeah.
8. So that reminded me of them going at that boxing match trying to get money.
Yeah,
We
the
were
man.
in that area.
I know that well.
Yeah,
My
you know exactly
grandfather
what I'm saying.
and was one of the high-ranking officers.
Hey, come on. and if I be honest, if coming up back then, that was our lottery back then.
Yeah, that was it. Was
We actually knew people who won. You know what I mean?
Right. You won.
And
You
it
could
came in
nickel, a
handy.
dime, a quarter on
Come
it.
on. In the books,
Yeah.
just things that we knew about that they help us strive, and it was something that it was part of our DNA and part of our history,
Yes.
but it's part of perseverance and
Right.
it's part of integrity because it kept families together in some cases.
That's
Right.
right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Plus, you could easily. They paid your bills. If somebody was struggling
Come
in the
on.
neighborhood, you could go to the Pea Shake House. Whoever was running that, they pay your bill. Say,
Nice.
okay, bring me your light bill, your gas bill, or whatever, and they would either give you the money or a lot of times they would just go down there and pay it for you.
It was a unity and community.
That's
Wow.
right.
So you
Yes,
have
sir.
the motivational power circle. That's
Yes.
Wednesday, every third of the week. And the
Yeah.
first event will actually open Wednesday this past April. That just
Yeah, I
happened
just
on the
had
16th.
that, but we have
and then,
this.
and then Fridays, because I know we want to probably get to one more poem. Monthly coming in August. You got the Clean Comedy on the 34th.
Oh no, that's on 34th Street, but
31st
August 1st.
Street, okay,
Yeah.
August 1st. And the best of indie talent, comedians from the Midwest, first Friday of the month. Wow. Poetic Corner on the second Friday of the month, and that would be June 13th.
Yes.
And then Pieces on the Streets, that's May 16th. Music on 34th Street is a series starting on the 27th of June. With upcoming singer Elijah Rucker on July 25th with the Vibes Band.
The
Oh,
Vibes
wow.
Band. Yeah.
This is wonderful. And then I guess Saturdays, going into Saturdays once every 2 months. Theater dinner signature events, and that's what you
Yeah,
spoke
yeah,
about
yeah.
already. Since that's starting August 23rd, October 25th, and December 27th. Where would they be able to find this information?
Well, we're gonna post everything on Eventbrite, and we'll have the flyers just at the shop, different things, and plus your Instagram and different things. We'll shoot it out
And
with
they
Facebook
can contact
advertising.
you
Yes.
for either booking or to know more information. What is your information?
Oh yeah, my email is book Bruce Ford. That's the word book, BOOK, and Bruce like Bruce Lee and Ford like the car. Bookbruceford@gmail.com. And my phone number is 317-607-9870. That's my personal number, so you can get in contact with me. I give you all the information. And if you want to, have an idea, you want to bring some shows or do different things, look at the venue. I can show you around, and we can talk about that too and booking those dates.
Well, our director/producer will put that on the screen so people will be able to copy that and check it out. That's a lot of stuff going on at the corner of 34th.
Yes, this is wonderful, wonderful. Could you end us out with another one of your poems?
Yes, this is called One Day. And this is, see, at one time in my life, I was unemployed and alone with no money to eat. Eviction notice on the door, no water and heat. Son's clothes was fitting snug, shoes tight on feet. But I still was having dreams of putting lyrics to beat. Now, I don't want it, come and get it. I don't need this car. Have so far to go, but yet came so far. In the morning in the mirror, I asked Mr. Ford who you are while I'm trying to keep my focus while I'm raising the bar. And then it crept deep into my mind that one day, pressure's only use is to refine, and one day, I'm going to try to take all that is mine and climb up to the top of the mountain which others deem impossible. Obstacles get toppled through. And one day, these haters won't even bother you. And one day, I'm going to be in a place that no more will I lack, because it ain't where you from, it's where you at. And I believe that. So when I make it to the top, I'm going to buy what I want. I'm going to buy my mama's crib. I'm going to flash when I flaunt. I hope somebody with some wisdom shows the do's and the don'ts so I don't meet no Meg Thee Stallion. Hope I will, but I won't. I'm headed toward the top. Won't you meet me there? I don't care about your race just as long as you fair. I got people on my case. Ask Mr. Ford, do we care? Well, were them same people when my fridge was bare? Now I'm a trip, I'm a dog, I'm a thug with no plan. No, I'm a father, I'm a business, I'm a God-fearing man. I was the one that's on the side with his face in the sand. You know, the one that kept his faith when God told him to stand. Now you can love it, you can hate it, it don't matter that much. I've been too busy living to even see you that much. With such grieving and deceiving everybody distressed, I'm believing it's my season. All around me is blessed. So Lord, please, take my soul up out this atmosphere. Take my place among the stars, ain't no haters here. Been so deep up in this game that I can't leave. See, I switched my altitude, them haters can't breathe. But I am gasping. That's on one day.
The one day.
All right, then that's
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well, we'll have to make sure that we'll have all that on the screen where you're going to be at in the center at 34th in Pennsylvania. And man, you got a lot of stuff going on. So anyway,
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
all right, Dr. T, girl, you bringing them in now.
I like the arts. It's always special. So meet us on Diversity Focus Today for our Facebook page, and Diversity Focus Today by Ricky Clark on our YouTube station.
On the YouTube station.
Just got put up. Yes.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, Brother Ford, thank you for
Clark.
showing up and being on the program. I think we've got less than 30 seconds, so any departing 5-second comments, Dr. T?
To come, Tara and Dr. Miller. We're going to have some women in here talking about health and wellness as well.
Okay, that's it.
Yay.
We'll see you next time around, folks.